guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Barbell Brigade Talk Show. I'm with Silent Mike and Joey Flexx. All of us here have stuck with powerlifting through the thick and thin, whether we're injured, whether we had good meets, bad meets, and it's just something that's like in us. Even when it's like our bare minimum training, we just kind of like that's what we default to. Out of all the sports and different types of training out there, what do you think made you guys go, you know what, this is just who I am and I'm going to keep doing this thing?
I think I just told you guys a little earlier, but I was playing football and we had to train weights every day, 5 days a week. And I really started to enjoy that aspect of it. I really enjoyed training and getting stronger and seeing, my body change and like just feeling better about myself. And I just, I remember like there's a lot of things that happen when you're playing football, and the strain on me as like a college student outside of like the football part of it was like really tough. And it really just made me like evaluate, okay, what do I enjoy? I really enjoyed weights. I really enjoyed the full team aspect of practice and the games, obviously, and then all the stuff that comes with being a football player. But like learning the rule book that was this thick, and like, all the mandatory like things that we had to do, there's just like a lot of things about it that I didn't enjoy. And it just really helped me find that I really enjoyed training. I would literally we had 5 guys in a group doing bench, and everybody goes after another lifting the same stuff.
That's fun.
That is fun.
Like I would like do extra sets. Like I would be like I would go like first, and then everybody would go, and then like with like a really lazy lineman, I'd be like, I'll just do his set. You know what I mean? Like I just like enjoyed it. So
I actually miss, my favorite is those days of powerlifting where everyone's like squat or bench, whatever days lined up.
Yeah.
And you just train together.
Yeah.
But then now everyone is on their own program or whatever, and like no one's training together anymore. And
there's a lot of people like bash West Side Conjugate and stuff for multiple reasons, but the beauty of that is that you're all doing the same thing. You're all doing the same exercise, and negate all the exercise science and protocols that we know may work. That alone has magic to get you strong. Right? Yeah. Because you're pushing me, and if I'm whipping out, you're taking my set, and now I feel like a pussy, so next week I'm going to get you. And like there's like many things there that are important. Team.
And they probably believe in it, and if you work hard and you believe in something, you're going to get some
that's
results.
80%.
You're going to get some results.
How about like strongman? You never got into strongman?
I was just like too small for the stones. Like, dude, I couldn't. Yeah, I was too small for it. And yeah, I think also like being a young guy, like vanity, like you want to be in shape. You think girls like that, when really it's just the bros that like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So
did anything? Because I've done a trillion interviews of like how people found their sports, and like I swear to God, it's 50% say Arnold in that era of stuff, and 50% say like anime. And that's kind of the newer generation.
Especially new generation.
Dude. But even some of the older, I interviewed the Lillibridges, and swear to God, it was George Lehman and those cats. They all were, they're all Dragon Ball Z. And that was so, and neither of those ever related to mine. My story actually more relates to yours.
I didn't even think those guys liked Asians to begin with.
Probably never met one. But,
yeah, they just look like they want to kill me.
I played basketball my whole life, and the games are the best. You like the team shit, the bus, but you like the games. No one loves practice, right? And it's 50% of your season of basketball. Football, it's worse. Practice is 80%, 70%.
And the Saturday morning meetings.
Basketball, at least you play 2 or 3 times a week. So you get a lot of games, but still 40 to 50% is practice. And I hated practice. And then you go to college and play, and kind of what you meant, team meetings, practice there is even
different.
worse.
It's more,
the team's
it's like more
worse.
business.
For at least my experience, the team was way worse. Like no one cared. They're all for themselves. I had an amazing high school coach and mentor that made us care. The typical saying, play for the name on the front, not the name on the back. Like, we bought in, right?
That's a bar right
there. We bought in. We were about it. But college is different. And so, same thing. I just found powerlifting, you don't really have to compete, one. And then if you do, it's maybe twice a year. So I enjoy the training of powerlifting, and I could do that 90% of the time.
Yeah.
So like it literally just flipped it on its head. And even to this day, I don't love competing in powerlifting for myself, and I never have, although I've done, over a dozen meets. But I just like training, and I like the team environment. And it looks different now. I'm not old, but I'm not young, and my body's been through it. So, I bodybuild, I deadlift, I squat, but I just enjoy the things and foundational stuff too. On our Tony Robbins tip, if you do something repeatedly monotonous over and over and over, it's going to set the tone kind of how productive you are. And I think powerlifting or strength training is like the biggest key to that in the world.
What about CrossFit? You've come across a lot of CrossFitters. How come that never like appealed to you?
I think it does a little bit, and it actually in the beginning it maybe reminded me too much of basketball, where like you're just doing mindless sprints, and I hate that too. It reminded me of practice.
Yeah.
But training with you and Tim Kennedy lit a little fire in there again, where now I grab a jump rope and I'll grab an assault bike and I'll turn on a clock and do a minute and start sprinting around. And even my bodybuilding stuff, or I'll do some sprints on the elliptical. So some of that's still in there a little bit. I never thought like walking on your hands and shit's that cool.
Bro, the headstand.
Yeah. I just never thought it's cool.
Bro, I'm gonna snap my neck.
Yeah, I just never thought it was that cool. The weightlifting stuff's cool, the sled stuff, and now they do the sandbags and all that's cool. Same with strongman. I guess that's the other one. My roommate, Fat Dan, he got into lifting and football because he watched Strongman on ESPN. He's like, dude, that's so cool. They're lifting refrigerators. That never like called to me either. I don't know if football players called to me. I think we talked to Russ about it, like what inspired us. Like I wanted to look like Adrian Peterson. Like that's a bad motherfucker. Like I never wanted to look like Arnold. It doesn't look like he can do anything.
Yeah.
And I never wanted to look like some strongman that just looks like an ogre. Like Adrian Peterson, like 200 pounds, 215, ripped, fast, handsome, fucking.
Dude, I thought James Harrison was like I looked up to him so
he's
much.
so dope.
Bro, I got to meet him at the gym.
That's sick.
I was like, this man's hands are steel.
Bro, you see some of those guys in person. That's the other thing. Like, talking so much shit on this new generation where they never played like sports. You see like a real freak. Like Sean Merriman was lifting, and he's built just like you're you're different than what I am.
Yeah, like I just like we were like the same height, but he was just. Like I could tell his body was built to break other bodies.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And what's he bench? He benches like 6 or something. Yeah.
Now he still reps 4 or 5, like whatever. Like
there's that one viral video of the punter smoking 585 on the squat.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
It was this week, dude.
Yeah, this week.
A punter.
What team?
But
Miami.
But
Rams.
Maybe.
Was it the Rams?
Yeah,
I think it was
like
the Rams.
600
just like what
for a double.
I ended up like
pretty
stalking
good,
him,
too.
and I went on his page, and he does like 495 for 10.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the?
I mean, a lot
Well,
of
a kicker
punters
could do that. Because it's.
But you always think that they're not really part of the team.
Well, that's at the that's at the pros. Like a lot of kickers and like stuff like that are ex-quarterbacks or wide receivers that weren't good enough.
Oh.
So a lot of them are freaks. Some are like soccer players and some randoms, but a lot of them are like ex-wide receivers or safeties or something that just kind of found their niche.
Squatting like SBDs and stuff. I'm like, oh, this guy knows. Like he's a powerlifter at heart too.
Yeah, it's the requirement for like if you're playing like a team position, like you need to be big, strong, jacked, and fast. Yeah. Like look at Aaron Donald.
Yeah,
he's big, strong, jacked, and pretty fast. Like,
he's another one, right? Just grabs a trap bar and pulls like 585 for nothing.
Yeah, he also like he's like really coordinated and he holds his like size like really really well to where he could like use it on you. You know what I mean? And it's just that's what I knew when I was in college playing football. I was like, I like lifting and I'm good. I'm pretty scrappy, but like I would have a friend who's like 6'2", 240, 22-inch arms, like literally a god. And I'm just like he was like my friend. Like we would study together and do stuff. And like I'm just like, I feel that I should help people like this do things because I can be more useful. Yeah. But yeah, those guys, and they're like so nice. When you're like a destroyer, they're so nice because they know like I could just kill anyone.
Like a true destroyer.
Yeah. So it's definitely like the weight aspect of regular sports helped me like get into that. But yeah, I don't know. I just enjoyed it. I mean, it's just like something about like lifting heavier and getting stronger, and like what you talked about earlier, where like you have like this number and you can hit it for this many reps, and then like seeing that improve, it's like really encouraging and it makes you want to do more. Yeah.
And despite us talking shit on the new generation, the community's still dope. Where like the bodybuilding community, I haven't been as deep because I didn't compete. It does always seem so inward. And you have to be, right?
Yeah.
To be the best, because again, you're dying, your hormones, you're literally killing yourself by not eating. Like, I understand why that energy goes inward, but that doesn't make it as inviting or as fun to train with. Where powerlifting, so much of it's outward. You know, you're outward expressing, you're outward cheering for you. Because, like, I could cheer for you as hard as you want. You're not going to squat 1,100 pounds. Like, I'm going to cheer for you to do your best, and then you're going to give me that energy. And so, like, there's something special, I think, in powerlifting for that, too.
Let us know in the comments below, which one do you naturally align with? Is it powerlifting? Is it CrossFit? Is it bodybuilding? And I'd love to know why. See you guys next time.